Man, what up, you hear me? Shit, bro. I'm about to tell y'all this story, you hear me? And this is a story from back when I was in elementary school. I was going to Schaumburg, you hear me? For the out-of-towners, I know y'all don't know what Schaumburg is, but for the people in the city, y'all know what Schaumburg is, right? And this one, it was still on Paris Avenue, you hear me? So, dog, this is embarrassing. I can't even believe I'm telling this story, you hear me? But, like I told y'all, you hear me? I can't pick and choose. I can't tell y'all all the raw stories and all my great stories and all that. You know, I got times when it was like that. So this one of them, you hear me? But it's way elementary, so you dig. Let's go. So I was we were staying in the east, you hear me? And you know, we had to catch the school bus to go to school, right? And so I had these next door neighbors, you hear me? And they went to school with me, so we would ride the bus together, right? And so they had the big brother. The big brother name was what was that boy? I don't know why I want to say his name was Jerome, but I don't think that was his name. You hear me? But I remember his little brother Kendall. You hear me? And why I remember him is because this is the reason this happened to me. You hear me? Because of that boy. You hear me? So the little brother Kendall, he liked to play a lot, right? He liked to play a lot. And so, you know, I don't be tripping like that, you hear me? Because I am older than him, but I'm not that older than him. But it's still dude little brother, you hear me? But his big brother, he is a real big brother. Not one of them big brothers where he just older than you, but, you know, you're the same size. No, he is a big brother that's older than you, bigger than you. I'm talking about bigger than you. Like, he is really, you hear me? I'm talking about huge, son. Sixth grader, man, that nigga looked like a full-blown 12th grade linebacker type nigga. So I'm telling you, dog, serious shit, you hear me? Like, for real. Nigga probably punched me so hard, that's why I forgot his name, real talk. But I will never forget Kendall, you hear me? Because he was playing with me this morning when we getting on the bus, you hear me? And, I don't remember why his brother wasn't on the bus, but that particular day his brother wasn't on the bus. You hear me? I think he missed school or something like that. I forgot, but he wasn't on the bus, right? And so Kendall was fucking with me. You hear me? And so he was, you know, fucking with me. It's all in good fun. So I wanted to have a little fun. You hear me? And see, I knew something that everybody didn't know. You hear me? Because around this time, you know, when you grown type shit, you hear me? Cause this like around I think I was in like I had to be like in like third, fourth grade or something like that, you hear me? So you know, this around the time when you like tighty white is, ooh, that's for the lame, that's for little boys, you hear me? So you know, nigga wearing boxes now, nigga don't wear no tighty white, you hear me? But I knew that he wore tighty whities, you did. So he fucking with me, and I tried to give him a chance, like, you know, chill out here, chill out here, you know. But that's when I'm looking around, I see more and more people starting to laugh, so I said, oh, I got him, you hear me? I got him. So you know what I did? Man, I waited till the bus stopped, you hear me? And he got up and went to walking down the aisle. Man, I pulled that boy pants down, and I said, boy, that boy got tired and wide, you hear me, man? Everybody went to laugh. I'm talking about dying laughing, son. Like, I guess it had to be like, from his point of view, you hear me? From his point of view, you ever seen them movies or shows, and when the people be ha 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 laughing at you, hear me? Like, from his point of view, I guess that's how it was. Cause I'm talking about that boy looking around, and he just started crying, son. Real talk. I'm talking about that boy went to crying, son, and ran off the bus like real shit. I can't make this up. It's real talk, son. That nigga ran off the bus, you hear me? And so, you know, I was laughing, you know, like, but then, I ain't gonna lie, like, I really did kind of feel a little bad, because I'm like, damn, I took it kind of fault, you hear me? Because I'm talking about he was really crying, bro, you hear me? And so, I guess he must have went to his brother, you hear me, and told his brother what happened. And so, you know, the heart of a big brother, you know, you see your little brother bawling in tears, you think somebody beat him up or something like that. So I don't even know the story he told him. All I remember, bro, is that the next son, and so the next day, you hear me, when we on the bus, that nigga Kendall come at me like, yeah, my brother gonna get you. And this nigga looking at me all crazy and shit, son. Like, you keep on, yeah, my brother gonna get you. So, you know, I was like, I can't show no fear. So I'm like, man, I don't care about your brother. And then next thing I know, here go fucking recess. Hey, son. We at recess. We on the yard, you hear me? And I'm chilling, and we I think, what the fuck was I doing, bro? I don't know if we playing pitch and catch or something like that. I can't remember what we was doing, but I remember whatever we was doing, my back was turned, right? And so I could see in the dude that I'm playing with face. I remember that boy's face kind of changed, and he kind of looked like, oh Lord. And so I'm looking like, what the hell wrong with you, nigga? Like, you know, throw the ball. He did, but he was like hesitating to throw the ball. And that's when, next thing I know, I just see a shadow. Like, you hear me? I'm like, damn, it got dark right here. Like, you know, like, what the hell? Before I could turn around, you hear me? That boy, I hear that boy's voice, and he said, you made my little brother cry? So I'm like, what the hell? I turn around, and it's that boy. I look up like, God damn. Like, you hear me? Like, he was never that big to me. He was always big, but he was never that big. So I had to really look up at him, and I'm like, Lord, that nigga is really big, you hear me? And so he like, you made my brother cry. And so I'm like, you know, it's kind of fast thinking. I'm like, what could I do in this situation, you hear me? Because I can't really like, he checking me. And this before a nigga even knew what checking a nigga was, you know? But he checking me, but I understood that I couldn't be like, you know, try to lie and say, no, I didn't do this and try to explain myself. So I said, man, your brother shouldn't be playing with me. And turn back around. And man, when I turned back around, boom! I'm talking about, dog, that nigga hit me in my back so hard, son, it sounded like, I swear, I think the whole yard heard it, because everybody stopped me, like, you hear me? And I fell down to the ground, son. You hear me? So when I got up, I'm like, Lord, son, and I'm really trying to think, what could I do? Because I'm like, dog, this big nigga gonna kick my ass. Like, this understood, he gonna kick my ass, you hear me? But I look over, I scan the yard, and I see the teacher, Miss Ryan, you hear me? Good teacher. And I'm going to tell y'all another story about what these stupid ass niggas did to Miss Ryan. You hear me? Trying to kill her. But anyway, because that was a good teacher. She saved me that day. You hear me? But I scanned the yard and I see Miss Ryan. You hear me? And I look at her and I see her. She trying to make way. Like, this is in slow motion now. She trying to make way to us. And I have to make this split decision. Like, what should I do? Because, like, I ain't really hurt. And I feel plagued because everybody looking at like... So I'm like, shit, I gotta do the only gangster thing I can do. So you hear me? I looked at that boy, kind of sized him up, jumped over one good one. Pow! Hit that boy, you hear me? Right here, pow! Swear to God, it didn't even look like it phased him, you hear me? But I was just trying to set it straight that, man, I don't care who you is, what size you is, you ain't gonna just put your hands on me. And that was the tone I wanted to set. So I hit that ball, pow! You hear me? Like I said, didn't phase him. But to me, I had done my thing. And everybody on the yard, I done my thing. Because nobody had ever, you hear me, even attempted. I had to, you hear me. And I ain't gonna lie. Man, I was scared. Because I was like, boy, when we get back on that bus, man, they gonna kick my ass. Miss Ryan ain't gonna be there to save me, you hear me. It's gonna take a while for the bus driver to stop the bus and come. I ain't lying. But, you hear me, by us being neighbors and shit, you hear me. And Kendall finally told him, like, you know, he was fucking with me and all that shit like that. And he came back and he apologized for hitting me. And, you know, like, man, I ain't know my little brother was fucking with you. And you know. So it was all good. But still, man, yeah, that boy really snuck me and sent me to the ground, son. Like, for real, bro. I don't know. Dog, that was crazy, bro. For real. Because that nigga was big as fuck. But that day had let me know that I had heart. Because, I mean, I think anybody, a lot of them other niggas, dog, they would have balled up and just cried or tried to, you know. But I was like, man, I gotta hit that boy, son. I got to. And he did. I done me. He ain't just hit me and I just took that. You hear me? So, you know. Out to the next time, y'all.